Hello everybody, thanks for clicking on the video. So I learned something new yesterday and I couldn't find any information online on how to do this, so I kind of tried to learn how to do it myself. I wanted to include hiveos into my Proxmox server so that I could use the CPU for mining when I'm not using it for other things. So as you can see, I have hiveos in here. If I type miner, you can see it's mining away on Verus at the moment. Just simple like that. So here's how I did it. It's a little complicated, so if you're not familiar with Proxmox, I'll try to explain as best I can, and if you have any questions after the fact, just drop them in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So right, where we start is we need to go onto the main on Windows and download the hiveos image from their repository. This is pretty easy to find. It's download.hiveos.farm, I believe. I'll put the link in the description. Once you've downloaded that, you need to extract the img file from the downloaded gz file, I believe it is. Once you've done that, upload it using this and put it into your Proxmox. So here we go. Creating one is quite difficult. So I'm just going to call it that for now. Now, the weird thing is with this, when you're trying to do this, is you don't need to add the media. Now, I'll explain this. You'll see why shortly. So we go through here. This is a necessity. You have to change this from machine to Q35. Everything else can stay the same. That's pretty simple. Once you get to here, don't need any of this either, so we'll delete that and then go to next. Under here, I tend to put this up to 12. Well, that's how many cores I have. You might have more, but I'm not sure whether it makes a difference, but I always change this to max as well, like that. And then next, I've got 64 gigs in mine, so I'm going to say let's put 8 gigs in there for it so it runs smoothly. Next, don't need to worry about this. And then once you've got to this point here, you can scroll through and just see, make sure everything is as you set it. If not, you can go back through and change it. Now you don't want it to start from created, and you'll see why now. So we'll finish that, and now you'll see we've got a new one being built. Once the name appears, it'll be ready to go. Right, so the first thing we want to do is go into hardware. No, actually, I think that was a mistake there. So right now, here is where the slightly complicated part. Remember 104 or whatever number your VM has been created. So we're going to go into here. We're going to open up the shell, and then we need to cd into. I'll try and put this on the screen so that you can see it. So we're going to cd /var /lib /vz /template /iso, and we're into that one. So to see what's in this one, we can see there, or we can do that, and you can see a list, and you can see here we've got the hiveos.img file here. So next up, we're going to qm import disk. Now remember, you've got I'm using 104, but in this place, this is where you would put your newly created virtual machine number. So 104 dot / and then hive image file, and then at the end we add local-lvm. This is where it's going to store. This is the name of your storage device on your Proxmox. So once you've typed that, press enter. It should start doing the creation where it will import it into the VM. Takes a few minutes, depends on the speed of your server, and that's it. We're done on this one. So we can now just walk away from that and then go back to our VM. So personally, what I do is I remove the CD because we don't need this. And you'll see there 104 disk 0 unused disk. So what we want to do now is go to edit and then change this from SCSI over to SATA. So it's like that. And then add. So now we're showing we have a hard drive and it has a set amount of space, which is the size of the image file. Now you can go ahead and run. And we'll go to console. And on this screen, it'll show this, but we don't need to worry about that. So we'll wait for it to reboot. And then press escape. And then you press 2. And there we go. It's loaded up hiveos. Go through the motions. And there you have it. All ready to go. So you go through your motions in the hiveos in your farm, give it all the rig information that you need, and you're good to go. I hope this helps somebody. Let me know if you've got any questions or whether I can do better. I don't think I explained it too well, but we'll see. Thanks very much.